Welcome back to Sip the Talent Films, and today on our countdown we're at team number 14. But before we get into team number 14, there's a group of people that I need to send a special shout out to, and those are the Patreons. And I want to go through each name and tell you thank you sincerely for what you do for the channel, because it makes me be able to do content like this while we're in the down period of football, which should be over with soon. But real quick, T Sizzle, Josh Hughes, Reedy's 19, Davon, JT 41, John D Boulder, Osmond, Roy Hardy, Chris Swank, P Brown, Pay the Bills, Vaughn, Rob, Mike, Big Reg, Reed, DDSQ, Living Legend, Yolanda, Big Will, Asa, Matt D, Buck, Hendo, D Weezy, Josh, Lunch Break Hot Take, Alex, Martin, Jared. So I appreciate you guys for being Patreons. Thank you for everything you do. And then the members, I'll get you guys tomorrow. But let's get started on today's episode where we talk about today's team, which is number 14. Friday's team, which I had, anniversary jumped off yesterday. So happy anniversary to my wife, even though I know you're in another room. So that's why you didn't get an episode yesterday. But let's get started, man. Let me get back in the groove right here. So today's team, well, matter of fact, let me give you Friday's team. I keep saying yesterday. Friday's team, number 15 was the Pittsburgh Steelers, and their numbers were 18 for quarterback, 30 running back, 27 wide receiver room, 5 tight end, offensive line 26. Our very first number 1 was their D line. Linebacker was 19, cornerback 7, safety 7. Today's team, rebuilding. That's all I can say. They're rebuilding. They gave their last coach, I don't know what that was, but they gave him 1 year to prove himself. And I don't see how you can prove yourself after 1 year with a rookie quarterback. And they gave him the boot and hired who I think they really wanted to hire. Today's team, number 14, comes out to be the New England Patriots. And again, they're with their coach last year and this year. I think that was some crazy stuff. But 1 year to turn a franchise around, it is what it is. But let's get into what the Patriots have and who they drafted to try to improve on their 2025 NFL football team. All right, their draft picks. They took an offensive tackle from LSU who was highly regarded as one of the best tackles for the past 2 draft cycles, and that's Will Campbell out of LSU, even though they have short arm questions, but that crap don't mean nothing to me. Next, they drafted Travion Henderson, a national champion from Ohio State. They got Kyle Williams, a good receiver out of Washington State. I'm going to have a nice little conversation about their receiver room when I get to it. Third round again, offensive lineman Jared Wilson from Georgia. 4th round, Craig Wilson, a safety from Cal. 4th round is a guy that I was really high on, Josh Former from Florida State. Another guy was really high on, Braden Swinson. They got in the 5th from LSU. They got the kicker, Borealis, out of Miami, who I thought was probably the best kicker in the draft. But that's me being a little bit biased as a Kane fan. 7th round, they got Marcus Bryant, offensive line out of Missouri, Julian Aspey, long snapper out of Vanderbilt, and then Kobe Minor, a DB out of Memphis. Let's take a look at their overall positions, position by position, and see what they have, on their depth chart. Let me get back to it. All right, there we go. All right. Well, I guess I could have put it on the screen. Here we go. So first up, their quarterback room. This will be Drake May's 2nd year. In the room with him is Josh Dobbs and Ben Woolridge. They got rid of the backup last year. They traded him to Dallas, who had a really good preseason. Not to say he would have been better than Drake May, but he had a really good preseason, enough to warrant the Cowboys coming to get him. So he'll be the backup for Dak. But they got Drake May, the veteran Josh Dobbs, and Ben Woolridge. At running back, I really like their running back room. They already had Ramondre Stevenson. They drafted Travion Henderson. They got Antonio Gibson, who was formerly with the Commanders. And they got Travion Williams in that room as well. That's a pretty deep running back room, in my opinion. Pretty deep. Receivers. Stephon Diggs they picked up. Demario Douglas they got. Mac Hollins as projected starters. But they got some young guys in that room that I think has potential, but they haven't reached that potential yet. And the guys I'm speaking on, they drafted Kyle Williams, so he's going to come in and compete for that. But Keyshawn Boutte, Jalen Polk, and Javon Baker. 3 guys that I felt like had a really good, have a lot of potential, but just hadn't tapped into it yet to be productive on the NFL level. And keep in mind, this will be Boutte's 3rd season, if I'm not correct. And then it'll be Jalen Polk's and Javon Baker's 2nd season. They also got Kendrick Bourne in that room as well. Tight end. I like the tight end room. Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper. To me, that's a really good combination. And you add Jaheim Bell in that mix as well. You got 3 guys that I feel like can help the quarterback out, whether it be picking up crucial 3rd downs, helping in the run game, or just being a threat to where just some of your young receivers can get some one-on-one opportunities. But let's go see where I have each position ranked in and keep this thing rolling. Quarterback room, I have it 23. Part of that's Drake May. Part of that's Josh Dobbs and what he can do as a backup and mentor and stuff like that. The running back room, I told you I really liked it. I got it at 13. The wide receiver room, that 19. That 19, I'm going to let you know, Diggs made them a top 20 wide receiver room to me. If you take Diggs out this room, it might be 31, 30, or 32, or 28. But it'll be a lot lower if Diggs wasn't in it. But we all know what Diggs brings. And he's going to compete, and he's going to make them compete, and he's going to hold them to a standard. And he's going to bring out some edginess and some toughness to some guys that, they may not like. And that's why I feel like them young guys are going to have opportunity, because if Diggs is out there, he's going to make Mac Hollins and Mario Douglas play ball. And if they don't, them young cats can get an opportunity to play. And offensive line, 31, they're probably going to start Campbell, who's a rookie. You got Cole Strange coming back, who only played 3 games last year. Then you got your other 3, Bradbury, Awonu, and Morgan Moses. So they're going to have some work to do up front. But Campbell is a good starter to restart their offensive line. Strange, if he can get back to his form, would be good. Then they got to work on their center, right guard, right tackle for the future. Let's go over to the defensive side. Defensively, they're a 3-4 team. But again, I put everybody in nickel to try to make some kind of formality. Up front, and we'll still talk about their base, how they run it, but up front they got Milton Williams, Chris Tonga, Christian Barmore from Alabama that I really liked a couple years ago. Milton's gonna be good. They also got Harold Landry out there as a edge guy. They also have Landry. Who's the other one? Is it Ellis? I think it's Ellis, Christian Ellis. But those up front, they're okay. Nothing special. They just okay, and they got some hard-nosed guys that's going to get after it, because that's the kind of guys that Mike Vrabel have. At linebacker, again, speaking on hard-nosed guys that get after it, Spillane. Spillane ain't the most athletic, but he's going to hit you in your mouth, and for the most part, he's going to be where he's supposed to be. You got Christian Ellis up there, who had a solid year last year, was okay, but Spillane, leading that group, and Spillane's going to be going to be the mouthpiece of the defense. He's going to be Vrabel on the field, in my opinion. All right, going to their cornerback room. They got Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, who I think is one of the better corners in the league right now, especially after being hurt that first year and coming back and really, make a name for himself. And also you got Carlton Davis, who came over from Tampa. So their cornerback room has gotten better. And then you look at their safeties. They got Jabril Peppers, and Kyle Duggar. And Kyle Duggar is more like a linebacker anyway, but he plays safety, and he ain't good at the safety stuff. When you drop him down in the box, he becomes a for real X factor. But let's see why I got all of them ranked going into the defense. Defensive line, 19. Linebackers, 11. Cornerbacks, I have 2. You look at, I think Christian Gonzalez is one of the best in the league. I also think Carlton Davis is one of the best in the league. So I got them at 2. Right, that probably gonna ruffle some feathers, but I got my little process and I got them at 2. That is what it is. Then at the safety room, Jabril Peppers and Duggar. Again, Duggar does a lot of his work in the box, but he's still listed as a safety, so I got him at 17. When you take all 9 of those numbers, put them together, and add them together and divide them by 9, you come out with 15.33333. And just for clarity, tomorrow's team is also 15.33333. But in my opinion, when I look at the totality of it, the team tomorrow is better than the team today. And it's a certain X factor on the team tomorrow that is way better than the team today. But the other parts of it just didn't even out. But we'll talk about that tomorrow when we get to it. So now's the time you let me know, in the comment section if I have any of the Patriots groups too high. Now I'll show you I'll show you again real quick. This is the D-line. Linebackers, cornerback, safeties. Offense, quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, O-line. And then it's their total again. And again, I appreciate you guys for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. I appreciate everybody for the happies yesterday. If I didn't thank you, I'm sorry, but I'm thanking you now. And I'll see y'all tomorrow for team number 13, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Peace. If I can find the stop button.